Hey everybody, how are you? It's Julie Matias with J Marine Fitness CNY, and I'm coming to you today with an arm blaster workout. We are getting into the spring season, which is going to lead to the summer season. The seasons where we really want to start wearing those tank tops and get outdoors, but we also want some really great arms when we wear those things. So in this video, I'm going to show you just 5 moves that you can do, a lot of combo moves, so more bang for your buck basically, that you can do easily at home on your own time. And I'm going to post below what you should be doing as far as warm-up, stretching, as well as how many reps, how many sets. So let's get started. Okay, just as a quick side note, safety is first. Please consult your physician before beginning this or any other exercise program. Just for safety reasons, if you have any issues with shoulders or anything like that, you may want to check with them first. So that being said, let's get started on our workout, and I'm going to show you what you're going to need. You're going to need light to medium weights. If you're more advanced, you can kind of do medium to heavy, but we are doing a lot of stuff with lever moves, which means you're going away from the body. So lighter weights are probably a little bit better than the heavy weights. So just keep that in mind. Today, I'm actually going to be using, I've got my 8s and I've got my 10s and I've got my mat. So we're going to start with a couple of warm-ups. That way we can get everything warm, and then we're going to get right to the workout. Are you guys ready? Let's go. All right, so for warm-up, let's get those arms and your core nice and warmed up. The core does work too to stabilize you for this workout, so you're getting another bonus. Always working your core is a good thing. So let me move my weights out of the way, and we're gonna go ahead, and the first thing we're going to do is we're just gonna do some simple jumping jacks. So just do some jumping jacks. You're gonna do 30 seconds of each warm-up just to get the body warm. The next thing we're gonna do are windmills, which is basically where it looks like you're swimming, basically. You can call them swimmers. And then you're gonna reverse. So do 15 seconds forward, 15 seconds back. You can also do arm circles. That's just the simple movement of the arms. Again, 15 seconds forward, 15 seconds back. And then you're gonna do some torso twists. This is just to get everything all nice and warm and activated before you go ahead and start. You never wanna start with a cold muscle. So do about 2 minutes total of your warm-up. Move. Bicep curl with W curl. We're gonna work on the front part of your arm, which is the bicep muscle right here. And what I'd like you to make sure you do is probably use a little bit lighter than what you normally would, because when you go to do the W's, that's where it can get a little rough, because it's, again, a lever and it's a little bit different move. So you may need to go a little bit lighter, but if not, I'm using 8s, but typically for bicep curls and all that other stuff, I do use 10s, sometimes 12s. So that being said, you've got your weights. Now make sure if they're down on the ground, please make sure that you guys are bending to grab any type of weight. Don't just bend over and grab them. You could tweak your back, and we don't want that to happen. So bicep curls, with W curls. All you're gonna do is you're gonna keep your elbows close to your body. You're gonna come up, all the way up, down, and then you're going to turn. So your elbows are just still at the sides of your ribs, and you're gonna basically make a W. Turn back, and keep going. So once you've done a bicep curl and then a W curl, that is 1 rep. You're gonna wanna do 8 to 12 reps. Start with 8 if you're a beginner, and go up to 12. And we're gonna work all of these workouts or moves that we're gonna do 8 to 12 reps each 3 times through. And I will write that down for you below in the comments. All right, let's go to the next move, tricep extension. So let me put these down. Notice I'm bending. You're working the shoulder area as well as the triceps, which is behind the arm. We all want that nice and tight, don't we, ladies? All right, so I'm gonna bend down, grab my weights. This time I do have 10s. If I'm doing a lot of reps, I would probably drop down to 8s. Just depends on what I'm doing. And if my shoulder's bothering me, because I have had shoulder issues in the past and I don't want to push it. So this is what we're going to do. We're lifting the weights up. I've got them at my shoulders. Shoulder press, you're going to press up, turn them, then you're going to come down, up, back. So let me show you from the side. You're going to press up, turn, tricep extension, back and down, okay? Now when doing the tricep extension, I need you guys to make sure that you're kind of keeping your elbows inward, not like this. You want to keep them in so you're activating the triceps, okay? Once again, 8 to 12 reps and one full set of both moves. So you've got the press and the extension. That is one rep. All right, our next move is a row with a fly. Now, typically for rows, because you're coming up this way, you're close to the body, you could go a little bit heavier. But because we've added the fly in, which is a longer lever, I am going to go a little bit lighter than I normally would. Typically, I would do 15, 20 pounds, 25 pounds, depending for the row. But for fly, it's just a longer lever. We don't want to get injured. So I'm going to just go ahead and show you and use the 10s today, okay? So here we are. I've got my 10-pound weights. What you need to make sure is that you bend over, a slight bend in your knees. Your back should always be flat, so make sure that your hips are tucked under and everything is engaged. Otherwise, you could tweak your back as well. And we always want to protect the back with this. So you're going to come down. You're going to start down like this. You're going to row up, and then you're going to come back down, and you're going to fly. So row, fly. So with the fly, keep your shoulders out of your ears. And you want to like tighten up as though you're trying to hold a pencil in between your shoulder blades. So keep that in mind. So you want everything out, tight, and come back. So row to fly. All right, let's do another one. Okay, let's get started. We're going to do our next move on the ground. You can have a mat. If you have a workout bench, whatever you want to do. I've even done these on a ball, but we'll get into that maybe in another video. Again, I've got my 10s for now. Typically when I'm pressing, I do about 20 pounds, but I've added, yep, you've guessed it, another combo. So right now we're gonna do a chest press and turn it into a chest fly. So we're working all of these muscles, okay? Chase is gonna help out. So I'm going to make sure I'm seated. I'm gonna grab the weights seated, come into position, lie down. Now, when you're on the ground, you also need to make sure that your hips are tucked under. So you want to make sure everything is like tucked, as I said, hips forward, and your lower back is fully on the mat. Again, that means your abs are engaged and you're protecting your back. So, well, hello. Okay, so I'm going to start here. I'm going to come down, press up, turn my weights. I'm going to fly and press back up. Now, I do have everything in line with my breastbone, so keep that in mind. You don't want them too low, you don't want them too high. So keep everything in line. So chest press, turn, fly, back, press again. And again, one rep is both moves. So I've got my press and my fly, that's one. All right, let's get on to our next move. Okay, so this move is actually going to be a lat, which the lats are the big muscles in the back, but let me tell you, all of that gets shown if you're wearing a bathing suit or anything like that, so you kind of want to work those as well. In addition to a skull crusher, which is all about those tricep back of the arms. So what we're going to do is we're going to lie back down. Again, I've got two 10s. You guys can use something a little bit lighter. You can go a little bit heavier. You can even do one weight, and I'll show you the one weight option, okay? So I'm gonna lean back. Again, everything is tucked. The lower back is down, if you notice. And I'm gonna bring the weights up. Now, lat pullover, you're just gonna come all the way back behind you, engage those abs, bring it up to your chest. Then you're gonna add the skull crusher, which is basically bring it to your ears and go back up. And again, keep in mind, you want to have your elbows close together. Don't have them out. You want them in. So that way the triceps are working. So again, you've got a lat pullover, skull crusher. Lat pullover, skull crusher. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. I just want to go over a couple things and then I'm going to show you some stretches. But I always get asked, what size weights should I use? Honestly, it depends on your ability, but the biggest thing you could do is go through one of the sets. For example, bicep curls to W curls, okay? Can you make it through the full 8 to 12 reps? No problem. Now, when I say no problem, it should get a little bit difficult toward the end, like by rep 7 or 8. It should be hard to push through. That means you've got the right weight. If it's too easy, you're too light. Go up a little bit. If you really cannot maintain form, keeping your belly in, everything engaged, and you're like just trying to throw it up there and you're not doing it correctly, then I would go down in weight. But the idea is to challenge the muscle. So if it's too easy, put it down, try a higher weight. If it's too hard, even if it's in that set, go ahead and drop the weight and get into something else. I'd rather you have a lighter weight in perfect form than the other way around, because that's where injuries come into play. All right, let's do some stretches. How about that? Quick stretches you can do for the arms. The biggest one is the shoulder stretch, which you're just going to basically make sure that your shoulder is away from your ear. You don't wear them like earrings. And you're just going to hold the stretch. You should be feeling it behind. Hold everything for about 20 to 30 seconds. You worked hard, especially if you went 12 reps, even the 8 reps 3 times through. Your arms should be burning. Then you're going to do your tricep. Pull that behind. Do your other arm. Then I really like to push forward, so I usually clasp my hands so they're a little behind. They're one over the other. Sorry, I can't talk. Words are hard today. Just push forward, and you're going to feel a little bit of a upper back stretch or where the traps are. Clasp your hands behind. Let's push down. Let's get a little bit of a chest stretch. That worked a lot today too. Okay. Well, those are some stretches. Again, hold each stretch for approximately 20 to 30 seconds apiece. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe so you guys can check out my other videos and any other updates that I end up posting. I hope you guys have a great day, and here's to getting into those tank tops for summer.